Hey, yo, what's up, dudes, and welcome to the Countdown to the Draft 2022. We are back with another interview, and this one is with the wild card of the early first round. We will see if he's going to tip his hand and what he's going to do, but he will ever go down in infamy as the Lamar Miller number one overall pick. It's you know who it is. It's Oscar. Yeah, you got to get back to work. Whatever. Taking all this time off of work to do it. All right, 10 minutes on the clock, Oscar. I stop
Let's
complaining.
go.
Stop complaining. How's it going, buddy? How are you doing?
Man, it's going pretty good. I'm over in Seattle, the former land of Russell Wilson, and he's no longer here.
Yeah,
So
but
it's Mhm.
well, first of all, I know you're interning with Amazon, right? How long are you going to be in Seattle? Do you know?
So total is gonna be 10 weeks. I spent 10 days in Miami. I did a weekend in Mexico for a wedding, and so total is gonna be like 6 weeks in Seattle.
6 weeks in Seattle. So
So
you
three
so
more to go.
so you're going to be there during the NFL season, at least the first few weeks.
No, no, no. So I leave on September 9th. So I have
Because okay, I thought you meant like a couple more weeks. Well, I was gonna say what at least Wilson's not there, but the tickets would be super cheap because you got Drew Lock and Geno Smith there.
I think so. That's the other thing, right? I feel like normally Seattle would be all talk about football right now. I haven't heard a peep about football at all. And like, yeah, the people maybe are not as American as in other cities, but I haven't heard anything about football. And I'm sure in the times of Russell Wilson, this was all Seahawks talk.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure maybe a little closer to the season, they'll start talking themselves into it. Like, as a Dolphins fan, we know this. You talk yourself into whoever your quarterback is. It's like, well, he had this one good game that one time. Maybe something like that. Well,
But
I
it's
don't know.
not just your quarterback. It's if you're a Dolphins fan, it's your quarterback, it's your wide receiver, it's your running back, it's your coach, it's everybody, right? Maybe even Stephen Ross. Oh, but Stephen Ross pays a lot of money for the stadium, Like he's a good owner.
Well, the Seahawks have one wide receiver that you had for a long time, DK Metcalf, and you
DK.
threw him back into the pot. Let me pull up and pull up the draft board here, like I've been doing to everybody. So your keepers are Jalen Waddle and AJ Brown this year. You threw DK back into the pot. I think it was a good idea. I hate you that you kept Jalen Waddle because I love Jalen Waddle. I was going to target him in this year's draft, but two wide receiver keepers and the number 5 overall pick, which is
Number five? I thought it was number six.
no, it's one, two, three,
Oh,
four,
let's
five. No, you're
go.
5. Brian's 6.
Go. Ah, okay,
You didn't
okay.
even realize you're the number 5 overall. So is that telling me that you haven't done any draft prep for this year? Is that the way you're telling me?
I would like to apologize, and I would like to point out that this year has been pretty rough in terms of actually like looking at stuff. The preseason games, I haven't seen anything at all. I don't know who the rookies are. I don't know anything anymore. I saw Nathan's video, and I'm pretty sure Kasim did the same thing, right? Kasim dropped the league because he went to Europe. I would never ever drop this league. Let me just put that out there. I would never do something like what Kasim did. That's what cowards do. I don't do
Is
that.
is that is that a warning to Nathan not to drop us because he's been gone for so long?
I hope Nathan doesn't drop us. I think I honestly I think Nathan has been an awesome addition to the league, and then he was the original music video, and he fucking killed it with his music video, right? So
Yeah. Well, he said yeah. Obviously, his video dropped the other day or yesterday, I think, right? And he was the first one. I don't know. Whenever I did them all at the same time, and it's hard to keep track of which one's which day. But yeah, he hasn't. He says he hasn't been paying attention. Brian says he hasn't done a lot of prep. Randy says he hasn't done any prep. Like a lot of people have just been saying they're just not prepping and they're just gonna wing it, which I guess is like of any league to not prep for. It's hard to prep for our league because of the keepers, and everyone has literally pointed to you, myself included, in every video that we have no idea what you're gonna do, and so it's no point in prepping because God, you're at 5th overall and you just ruined everything. And just how do you prep when number one there's keepers and number two you're picking 5th?
So I'll say this: I'm going RB, no doubt about
I
it.
mean, yeah, you have two wide receiver keepers, and that's the thing. You and Brian are back to back, and both of you have two wide receiver keepers. So it's
So
like, you kind of have to go RB. So it's like unless Nathan I don't know. I guess Nathan is gonna pivot because if Nathan takes Justin Jefferson, then you guys go RB, and then it's kind of chalk for my pick. But if Nathan goes RB, and then you and Brian go RB, and then Justin Jefferson is there, like everything can go. I guess Nathan is really the pivot. If we guarantee that you and Brian are going to go RB, Nathan's really the pivot of how the first round's really going to go.
no, but sorry, Nathan has to go RB as well, right? So
He doesn't have
let's look
to.
at can we move the
Oh
the
yeah, the time. Yeah.
let's do a little quick analysis, right? So Jesse is gonna go. Oh man, Jesse's in a really good position, but he's gonna go RB, right? Who's he gonna pick? Is it gonna be? I don't know. Who's number
So
one this year?
here's what I think 1, 2, 3 is. I think Jesse's going Jonathan Taylor. He's gonna have RB1 and wide receiver one because he has Cooper Cup, which is fucking
Let's go.
ridiculous.
So
Lulu
Jonathan, what's the
Lulu I think ends up she whiffle waffled a little bit. She couldn't decide, but I think she's gonna go Eckler. I think Paul goes Christian McCaffrey, and then Nathan is the big wild card. Nathan, whatever, depending on what Nathan does, other things can kind of go chalk. If Nathan takes Justin Jefferson, then you and Brian have basically, Derrick Henry, Najee Harris, Dalvin Cook. You know,
Wow.
and then I mean, you also have Joe Mixon, DeAndre Swift, and Nick Chubb. I think between the two of you, it's gonna be Derrick Henry, Najee Harris, Dalvin Cook, two of those three. So, but if Nathan goes RB, that's Derrick Henry, Najee Harris, Dalvin Cook, and then I could get Justin Jefferson. But if he takes
Oh,
Justin Jefferson, and then you guys go Derrick Henry, Najee Harris, or Dalvin Cook, I can get the third one of those, and then I can go RB. Because
so
if I get Justin Jefferson, then my running backs are gonna suck. Because coming back around, God knows who's gonna be available.
yeah. You have to go
So it's
RB.
like it's. But the thing is that if the top 8 picks can't all go RB, like it's just that's just not the way it's gonna work. I don't think
They
Justin
have,
Jefferson's too go.
they can, and they will. I am telling you, they will.
But
So
that's what I'm saying. It's like right from Nathan, it's like anything could go crazy. And then Brian dropped a little teaser. He's like, I think I might shake the world with my first round pick. It's to be really unexpected. I'm gonna shock the league with my number one pick. And I'm like, how the hell are you gonna shock the league with the number one pick? So Nathan will pivot. We'll pivot the league with the rest of the first round, and then I guess Brian can just come out of left field with something crazy. So I haven't done any draft prep because of everything I'm just saying right now. This is everything that goes in my head every time I try to think about it, and it's just like there's so many possibilities, like there's so many branches that it's just not even worth it.
So I think it's gonna shake down like this. I think Jesse's gonna pick Jonathan Taylor. I think Lulu's gonna come in and pick up either Najee or Austin Eckler. And then I think Paul will go whoever Lulu doesn't pick out of those two. Both of them were pretty high on Najee last year, right? So I don't
Yeah.
know I don't know if they got bitten by him from having him or not. I think Nathan has to go RB. So I think Nathan's gonna be a little bit bold and he's gonna pick like Joe Mixon, something like that.
What?
I'm telling you. I'm just telling you.
You don't think Christian McCaffrey goes top 4 overall?
Oh wow, Joe. Fuck, CMC was really bad last year, and like,
Paul came out and said he's taking CMC if he's there at 3. He said that already.
so, but the only other person that would take a CMC is Lulu. So you're telling me that CMC goes in the top 3, basically, no
Yes.
doubt about it.
Right, I think it's Jonathan Taylor, Austin Eckler, CMC, top 3. That in order. That's what I think happens.
I think that's very fair. But I think also Paul and Lulu were both very high on Najee Harris. So I think there's a possibility that one of them will surprise us.
Lulu talked a lot about Najee Harris in our
I hope.
interview. Her video is not dropping until later this week, but she talked a lot about Najee Harris. So I guess it's possible, but how do you pass up Austin Eckler? Remember, it's also half point PPR this year. So Austin Eckler is a big pass catcher out of the backfield, and it's San Diego or LA, I guess now the Chargers, whatever.
I'm a little bit worried about Najee Harris being in a bad offense this year, right? I think the Steelers are going to suck. They're going to be terrible this year. From the little bit of prep that I've done, which is almost nothing, I think they're going to be bad this year.
I
So
think
he's
it'll
going
be
to go.
just as bad as last year, though. It's not like they were good last year with.
Yeah, fair. And Najee was all right last year, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think Mixon is way more solid than I like. I'm not a big fan of him, but like he does pretty well year over year the past like 2 or 3 years. I think Swift will be a surprise. I think Swift is going to be good this year. I think Nick and Chubb's going to be a fucking star. Maybe he goes number 5.
I
You never
don't.
know.
You're,
He goes
you're gonna
number
take
6.
Nick Chubb 5 over. You're saying it right
You
now.
never know.
Say it right
And
now.
then
Say it right now.
when we do the turnaround, or maybe I'll take Dalvin Cook. I fucking love Dalvin Cook. FSU, no. And
Oh
then
my
on the
God.
turn, you know who I'm targeting on the turn? I'm gonna tell you. I have to. Pookie.
You think he lasts to the turn? He's going pretty. I mean, you took him in the second round last year.
Yeah, I took him. Yeah, you're right. I took him in the second round last.
So
year.
you think he lasts all the way to the turn?
I think people are gonna be scared of Melvin.
Are you not scared of Melvin?
Oh, Melvin is an afterthought in my Pookie mind.
Because so I've done that. This is the Broncos we're talking about now, so it's all over town here. But that last year, their numbers were like almost exactly 50-50 carries and splits and all that stuff. So you're not worried about the workload.
I'm not. I'm very bullish.
You're saying the cream rises.
Very bullish. Not only does the cream rise, you got Russell Wilson as your quarterback now. The
That
cream
is
will
true. Less stacked boxes. Well, here's the thing: you just gave up your strat, and I pick in front of you by 2 spots on the turn.
I will see about that.
You're
I don't think you
gonna trade up. You're gonna trade up in the second round just to get Pookie.
I don't think so.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Right? I'm a believer.
You're a believer. All right, so Oscar has given up his strategy completely. He's going RB the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, no doubt. There's no doubt I'm going RB. The surprise will be who, right?
Yeah. Like I said, it's just whoever falls because God knows. I mean, yeah, it's well for you. It's up to Nathan. I'm saying we know the top 3. So for you, I mean, I guess if Lulu goes Najee, that'll be a big surprise. But
I really like all these guys.
Basically, yeah, there's a lot of good running backs.
As long as I don't get CMC, I'm happy. I like everybody else that's in there, basically.
If CMC is at 5, you're not going to take him?
I highly doubt it, man. He was really bad for me last year, and I don't think Baker Mayfield offers a significant improvement over Sam Darnold.
You don't?
No, he's mediocre as fuck.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, I agree. I don't like Baker, but I think he's better than Sam Darnold.
Barely.
Maybe. I don't know. I guess I wouldn't be shocked if CMC falls, but like the fact that Paul came out and was like, I'm taking CMC. I mean, and it's Paul. Paul doesn't really play mind games.
Can you trust when Paul or Lulu tell you things like this?
Lulu is would be the more one to play like reverse psychology, but this is Paul we're talking about. Like, I guess you can't tell if he's serious or sarcastic, but he doesn't believe it. Like in his own words, I brought this up with him when I talked to him, and he just goes, "I don't believe in psychology." So it's like, which is like, it's. I mean, it's Paul. Like, how can you judge anything that Paul says? It's fucking Paul.
Does he believe his own words?
Exactly. I don't know if Paul believes himself either. If he believes his own brain.
Also, Paul's the guy that will come in and draft with a piece of paper, right? So I don't know exactly what information he's looking at. I don't remember everything.
It's just an ADP sheet, I bet. Which the spreadsheet we have now has basically ADP as well. So
yeah, I'm super happy with that. Especially as we get towards the later rounds, I'm definitely going to be relying on that.
Yeah, I think a lot of people do. All right, man. Well, that's it. I'll let you go get back to work. We'll see you in Atlanta in a couple of days, huh?
Yeah, man. Super excited to see all you guys, huh? I think this will be a pretty good draft. Pretty good fun as always. So yeah. Where are we drafting?
Jesse's place, I think, was the plan. Because Jesse's place is like right in the middle of downtown or midtown or whatever. So I think most people are staying at Brian's, but we're gonna meet up at Jesse's, draft at Jesse's, and then we can just go out from there, just walking.
Awesome.
I think that was the plan.
Pretty early, right? So I'm assuming it'll take us like 3 to 4 hours. I'm down to just like after the draft, go out and stay out the rest of the day, basically.
Right now, we're scheduled for 11 a.m. because that's 5 p.m. in Barcelona, and so that way Nathan could make at least the first couple of rounds. That's the plan.
Sounds good. All right, man. I'm super excited to see you.
Me too, buddy.
5 days.
We'll see. Yeah, so we're recording this on Monday, but I don't know when it's gonna post to YouTube and to the thing. I'm scheduling one a day, so you have to get in line. All right, man. We'll see you in Atlanta.
Thanks for doing this. I think it's really cool that we're getting these like short ones, like bah, 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 bah.
Yeah, one every day, buddy. All right, we'll see you.
Take it easy, man. See you.